Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm sitting out here at a Love's Tire Shop out in Virginia. And it told me to get these two tires replaced, I'm going to have to wait a while. So I figured instead of, and here we go with this shit again. I figured instead of just sitting here waiting, I might as well.
I figured instead of just sitting here waiting.
Hold on. We're going to get it all right. Instead of me just sitting here waiting, I figured I would come in here and go ham on these two coon ass niggas. I figured, why not? I got time. I might as well go in on some coons, right? So, y'all, I'm going to play music, let people get in here, give them a chance and shit like that. God damn it. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me figure out how to. God damn it. Let me see something. Hold on, man. This motherfucker, boy. I tell you what. I'm gonna have to call her back. Let me play some music real quick. And then we're gonna get in here and talk about Freddie Gibbs and Mike Tyson. Conan on high levels.
Yeah, stretching Bobito.
What the fuck? What done happened? See, here we go. I'm gonna have to call her back. Here we go. They're trying to hold me back early.
Yeah, stretching Bobito. We gonna do it to this beat right here? Okay. Yeah, live from Columbia, live. Right here, Brooklyn. Yeah. They call me SKYZOO. Let me see. Hey, looking at me to carry a baton like carrying on a stanza. Wasn't really aiming, I happened to take a gander. Caught it, now they calling it casualties of the banter. I'm talking out the side of my neck, I'm all cancer. I'm Charles Lee Ray on the break looking for Santas. Who would've thought a murder could be an extravaganza? Try and move Eddie Caputo up on the Manson and lead Andy out on the break to play the example. Talk about a baton, that's the passing of the guard. Corner crowded with guards like I'm passing the Quran. Passing through with the word in a car, no for a scarf. I'm part Yves Saint Laurent and part Panther. Gave him residue like bass, lost steps. I heard beats and caught bodies, you caught breaths. I'm part Vera and part Tech, part Brownstones, part Jacks, and I'll never be part Nets. I grew up where shit less cautious, more cashes. Know the corner store so well I could walk backwards. We're going OT on the starters and small factions. They throw the rock all through the fort like Mark Jackson. This rap shit turned into horse and soft practice. My dress code to get me fined, more blackness. 16s, I'm less Curry, more Westbrooks. I'm staying 30 feet out the lane, it's all ad-libs. And all the WCWs that you screenshot. Got the front door to my building like the Supreme drop. Treat me like the Lord, I double them like a restock. Strung them underground and now they looking for cheap rock. And really these ain't lines, it's throwing diesel. Pedestal high enough to clothesline eagles. Sympathy aside, y'all are going to Trump.
Y'all here?
Let
me know if y'all can hear.
They said the same to Andre. Flow all keys and it's 88 like a Steinway. Till they top fives applauding me like a Strange. It get a little wilder to reach. I'm Deontay. It ain't hard to tell cause there's nothing to tell. My rep did all of the talking. It's a wonderful braille. And whether we talking pens or we get to talking limbs, we still talking high. I'm a walking double XL.
Okay.
12 years of valedictorians under my belt. Let the plug know he lucky I ain't jump on the scale. This is more or less battery acid on the notes app. Looking for your fade, you follow him with a smoke set. Henny on the steering wheel playing with the law. It turned into gray bottoms on stage at the awards. Just in case y'all was lost, I'm the face in the fog. Ghostwriting is everything they claim that it was. I'm straight.
Oh, man.
Yeah. One time, Brooklyn, what up? Yeah, Stretch and Bob show. It's an honor to be up here.
Okay. Let me put these headphones in real quick. Well, no. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play this fucking video first. It ain't but a minute long clip. Before I put my headphones in and make the sound a little more cleaner. But y'all saying y'all hearing good now. That's great. First and foremost, Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. And I want to welcome my pride into the room, into the space. This is an impromptu, random live. Y'all know typically that's how my lives conduct themselves anyway, right? So, listen. Somebody sent me a clip of Mike Tyson on his little show with Freddie Gibbs. And what I saw these two motherfuckers do, I said, we gotta talk about this. We can't let this shit slide. These motherfucking cave worshiping black men out here are problematic. They problematic as fuck. I'm gonna play the clip. Y'all bear with me. Let me pull it up. Your boy. Your boy. Here. I'ma play this clip. Let me see if I can't get... Let me see if I can do this. Oh, no. It took me right back. Okay. Okay. It took me right back. So clearly I can't do that. So let me do that. Let me go back and find... Oh, Iron Mike. Iron Mike, y'all. Let me turn the goddamn volume up so y'all can hear this coon motherfucker. He's talking to rapper Freddie Gibbs, whom as a rapper, I fucks with Freddie Gibbs. As a boxer, I fucked with Iron Mike. But as black men, as a representation of what it is to be B123, what it is to not be a coon, I'm charging both of these niggas this evening. All right, y'all listen to what the fuck this little clip they had to say, and we gonna talk about what the fuck they saying here.
There was some good ones. Yeah, white girls in the 80s was good. Had the big hair and shit. Michelle Pfeiffer and all that type of shit. Doctor.
They come in early. Look. I'm gonna go back, but I did come in early talking about white cave hoes in the 80s was good. Like, when has the white cave bitch been good? And then they gonna talk about her hair. That's how you judge her goodness? You coon ass nigga? Let me go back. Listen to these motherfuckers.
Good. Had the big hair and shit. Michelle Pfeiffer and all that type of shit. Dr. Umar gonna get mad at us for talking about white.
Who's Dr. Umar?
You never heard of...
Now see, what Freddie Gibbs did right there, he's gonna talk about Umar, because we understand Umar Johnson has a strong stance against interracial dating. So he want to throw Umar out there like, boy, if Umar here is talking about these cave bitches like this, he gonna have a problem. So shout out to Dr. Umar for being on these niggas' minds, and they know when they cooning. They know when they cooning. So shout out to Dr. Umar for that.
Dr. Umar gonna get mad at us for talking about white.
Who's Dr. Umar?
You never heard of Dr. Umar?
He don't even know who he is.
He doesn't like white people or black people talking about white.
Yeah. He don't like white people.
Huh?
He don't like white people.
So what's his problem?
Now Freddie Gibbs goes on to say, well, Umar don't like white people. Mike Tyson says something, he get offended. Look at his body language. Go look at his body language. He said something, get offended. What's his problem? Bitch, what the fuck do you mean, what's his problem? Even if Umar Johnson was out here saying that he don't like white folk, which I don't know what the fuck Umar Johnson is saying. What you mean, what's his problem? What type of question is that, Mike Tyson? What the fuck do you mean, what's his problem? Look at his body language change.
He don't like white people.
Huh?
He don't like white people.
So what's his problem?
I don't know, man. He's just a righteous black. I mean, he got some cool ideas, but you know,
if he have hate in it, it can't be cool.
That shit ain't cool. That part of it ain't cool.
None.
What? That part of it ain't cool. The hate, if he got hate in his heart, that part ain't cool. What the fuck do you mean? What? Here's the thing, man. Here's what my problem is with a lot of these black men out here. They sit around and coon and worship the caves. If you are the so-called leader of the black community, you claim you are, you're being followed as to your love for the motherfucking caves. Everybody following your lead, nigga. Right? You loving the caves like this? Motherfucker ain't said nothing about hate. He said that Umar didn't like white people, which I don't know if Umar said it or not. But then Mike Tyson started talking about hate. Listen to this shit.
But if he have hate in it, it can't be cool.
That shit ain't cool. That part of it ain't cool.
That
None of it's cool. Any hate involved, it can't be cool. I don't care if it's dictation rhymes and it sounds right. It can't be cool.
I can't believe you ain't never heard of Dr. Umar. You should have Dr. Umar come on this motherfucker. That'd be tight.
Dr. Umar would get up there and run circles around Iron Mike. Would prove in live time that Iron Mike is a full-blown ass coon. That's what he is. That's all that would happen.
No, not cool. I gotta see Dr. Umar's work and stuff.
He just don't like, interracial dating, man, which is stupid to me.
Yeah,
You see? Freddie Gibbs say, oh, he don't like interracial dating. That's stupid to me. What? How is that stupid? Bitch, you stupid. Based on historical fact, you dumb. But I'm going to play through this so we can go ahead and get to the end of it so I can go in on these bitch ass niggas.
Then who is he? Who is he? Who need to have that thought? Who is he?
Okay. Let's get back into it, man. Let me get back into it. Hold on, let me go ahead. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and put these on too. Let me go ahead and put my, hold on. Is the sound still good, y'all? I'm putting my little earphones in now. Hold on, because I'm about to go in on these niggas. I'm about to go in. I want to make sure the sound good. Y'all let me know if the sound's still good. Sound still good, y'all? Before I go in, let me know if the sound's still good. Because this is the type of shit I be talking about, man. Okay, so y'all just saw it. This ain't no made up shit. Y'all heard their exact words. Okay? Now, Umar Johnson apparently got wind of this and he challenged Iron Mike to 5 rounds of boxing. Umar. No. Umar. Bruh. No. Okay? Now, I know he said something about funding in school with the proceeds from the fight, but sir, if you're dead, if you are dead, you cannot start or run a school. Sir. Okay? You can challenge Iron Mike intellectually, okay? That's you Dr. Umar, okay? You challenge him intellectually. You do not challenge him to boxing, sir. I've seen Mike on some of these videos as his old age and working out. And I got all the heart in the world. I would only fight Mike Tyson if I had to. And it's possibly going to be a hit and motherfucking run. Okay? Sir, Umar, sir. Intellectual challenges is where we are, okay? There's not one of these little niggas on YouTube talking about you. You be talking about running up on them like, no. This is Iron Mike Tyson, okay? Let's be real, sir. 5 rounds? You should have said 30 to 35 seconds. Because once Mike connect, FDMG Academy is now a place where they talk about your memory, okay? At one time, there was a guy trying to start a school right here. This dumb nigga heard Iron Mike be a coon, challenging the 5 rounds. Now he dead. That's the story that's told about the cousin of Marcus Garvey and nigga. No, sir. You challenge Mike Tyson and Freddie intellectually if you're going. Now, Freddie Gibbs, you challenge him to a fight, fine. Okay? You challenge him to a fight, I understand. But Mike Tyson, Umar, for those of you who love Umar Johnson, tell Umar Johnson to stand down. Okay? No, sir. Okay? Some of y'all remember that episode of Martin back in the day, where Martin tried to challenge a boxer to a fight and end up lumped up. Okay? Nestle Crunch Bar lumped up. Knotted up, lumped up like a goddamn cartoon. Umar wouldn't even make it out. Okay? After one or two of Mike Tyson's punches connect, he's dead. All right, now we're doing it in memory of. Now we RIP and Umar Johnson. Like, nah. You challenge him intellectually, sir. Umar, if you listening, I doubt you are. Okay? And the people that love him, y'all tell him he's out of his depth. Not boxing. You challenge him to a debate. You offer to come onto a show and explain your talking points and have him listen and rebut your talking points. You do not challenge Iron Mike. Just because he old don't mean shit. He will kill you. Okay? Sit your ass down somewhere. Umar, quit bullshit, bro. Like, sit your ass down somewhere, Umar. Don't do that, okay? Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You got two coon-ass niggas on a show worshiping cave hoes. You have black men out here in our society calling for us to be leaders. If we are these leaders, then all we've led our people to do is love the caves. Huh? What the black man has led his people to do is love the caves. They respect and revere white hoes, and thus they also respect and revere the white hoe's daddy. Let me breathe on that for a second. This is where you've led your people, to where now you have two black men having a conversation, okay, not to be confused with a conversation. This is a conversation being had. Two black men having a conversation bring up Dr. Umar because of his stance against interracial relationships. They don't like it. That's hate. Who is he to say that? He's a black man who understands the history of what cave dwelling does for our people. Cave dwelling ain't did shit for the black man, ain't doing shit for the black woman. Black man, you want to lead? I'd argue you've been leading your people straight into the goddamn caves. All the hate that you have in your heart is even some of us that will talk about the white man. All the while you loving his daughter. That's why over here at B123, we say the white man and his mama. This dirty ass cave hoe is just a byproduct. They are all the same. I don't know exactly what Umar's rhetoric is, but I know what mine is. And when you have niggas live, on shows, having these conversations, these motherfuckers want to go back to the 80s. And talk about how great the cave hoe was in the 80s. When this cave hoe ain't never been worth a fuck. Not once has she been worth a fuck. Not once. Umar Johnson talks about nation building and talks about how the fuck can you progress when you land in a goddamn cave. Simple. I don't know if he said anything about hate. I never heard him say anything about hate, but I haven't listened to Umar in a while. It's been years and years since I listened to Umar, but I don't remember nothing about no hate. All I be hearing is, this is against your best interest, black man, black woman. This is against your best interest. Because no matter how many of them you laying with, them motherfucking caves are not fighting for you. They're not fighting on your behalf at no point. Let me deal with something. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Y'all say somebody in here wilding? Who in here wilding? Somebody in here cave loving? It's not rare. Oh, Cedric. Cedric in the goddamn caves, huh? Cedric in the motherfucking caves. Now, that's not rare, sadly enough. Miss Melanin says Umar a whole scammer. That's not what we talking about here, though, Miss Melanin. We're not talking about his scamming. They didn't bring up him scamming. They brought up his stance against interracial dating, so that's what we're dealing with here. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with him being the person that Freddie Gibbs thought of as he was sitting there worshiping these white hoes. He popped into Freddie Gibbs' mind. So apparently Umar is the representative of being anti-interracial dating. He on Freddie Gibbs' mind. Mike Tyson don't even know who he is. But he on Freddie Gibbs' mind because of his stances against interracial dating. So even with that, even with a black man being that to another black man, they see motherfucking Umar staring at them in Umar as they sitting here. As they sitting here talking about and worshiping the motherfucking caves. As far as debates are concerned about either politics or black power, Umar, back when I was listening to him, that motherfucker made some good points. I've seen a couple of his interviews. I think he was on the Breakfast Club. I mean, he makes decent points and knows his history. But he is the representative of a black man that is against interracial dating. You're not going to find many black men against interracial dating. You're not going to find that. Because like Mike Tyson tried to frame it, and he may have a hate for black women. I don't know. Robin Gibbs might have fucked him up. Don't know. But what black people do is make it about hate. It's always about hate with black folk. Always about hating the white man and his mama. This ain't got shit to do with hate. This is about practicality and logic. This is pragmatic. This is not, you take away the emotional aspect of it. What the fuck do you look like uplifting white cave hoes, black man? Let me see some of y'all's comments. Let me see. Cedric says, actually never been with a white woman in my entire life. I just believe your stance against interracial dating is illogical and irrational. Okay, based on what? How is it illogical? How is it irrational? You can't just say those things. You have to present a case for the illogic or for me being illogical and irrational. What has black men laying in the caves done for them? Done for our people as a whole? How has it strengthened the black community? I want to hear how illogical I'm being. I can entertain some shit like that. I got a little time. I'll entertain it. How am I being illogical when white bitches ain't did nothing but saw that you be lynched as they accuse you of rape, falsely accuse you of rape. They've done nothing but be the support of the men that are out here shooting you down in the streets, the men who lynch you, beat you, murder you. They've been the support system for them. When a white man take off his Klan robe, his Klan outfit, he goes home to a cave hole, making him some goddamn unseasoned ass food. Y'all stop, hey, talk your shit to my Rob, he trolling you. You stay falling for that. I'm not falling for anything. What am I falling for? I don't like when you niggas come here talking to me like that. Like I'm some kind of goddamn 3-year-old or some shit. And you trying to keep me out of trouble. Like I'm not falling for shit. I'm addressing a motherfucking talking point. It's not a fall for thing. This is what I'm here to do. What you mean? Like, you think that Freddie Gibbs and Mike Tyson are the only 2 niggas that lay in caves? The only 2 niggas that sit around and be mad and talk about all the good white people. They know how to deal with this all the time. Been dealing with this for years. It's not a falling for. These are the actual talking points. This is real. Y'all think I say that 99% of black people is coons and sheep, and this is it's just 4 of them out here, and I just be inflating the numbers or some shit? Like, no, this is real. Black people love the caves. This is that ain't no. You can call it trolling if it makes you, if you want to soften the blow. That's not trolling. Niggas love the caves. Like that's not no random, every once in a while a troll come through. Like, no, ma'am or sir. I don't know whether you ma'am or sir, but that's not what this is. I wouldn't be talking about how much we coon and worship the caves if it was just 5 of them. No. 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 That's not what this is. Don't get this confused. Don't get it confused. You think Cedric is trolling? Cedric says, what does it have to do with anything if someone decides to start a family with someone outside their race? Where's the issue? The issue comes down to whenever you have a conversation with these motherfuckers. That's the issue. Not the sex being had, not the relationship, not the marriage. The issue is once you put a microphone in their face and ask them a question. That becomes what the issue is. The issue is the mentality. The issue is the godlike status that these caves reach. Not only in people who land in the caves, mind, but even just so well as yourself, who said you've never laid up with a white bitch, but you're here to defend those who do. That's the issue. Do you know how much of my time that I've been doing this shit, that I've dealt with black people defending caves? For you to simply suggest that a black person don't lay in caves, black people will come and tell you that you're wrong. That's the problem. It's mostly black men. Now, we are seeing an uptick in black women doing this, but we have to deal with the reality. It's mostly black men. So when you talk about how great the cave hoe is, and you don't hear conversations about how great the black woman is, there is an imbalance there. There's an imbalance there. These motherfuckers was talking about how great the cave bitch was in the 80s, talking about how big her hair was, when black women full blown was rocking afros. I didn't hear them say nothing about how great the black woman was or is. They uplifting cave hoes. Black people defend the caves. This is my issue. And typically the people who lay in these caves defend the caves at an even higher veracity. That's what we do. I can't even talk about the caves without a person showing up with the same idea that Mike Tyson did. Wait, you sound hateful. They're not all bad. How many times y'all done heard this? Show of hands. How many times y'all done heard this? Is it just an isolated event that I'm inflating? Am I making this up? Is this ideology something that we don't witness on a regular basis? Some of y'all raised y'all hand like, y'all telling me this is a rare thing. This is something that we witness all the time. Either you got black folk that are full-blown laying in caves, or black people that have a dream of laying in caves. Good. Huh? Defending the caves. Mike Tyson talking about some damn hate. Do you know what group of people have expressed hate the most? It's the caves. How can we be talking about a stance that a black man would have against interracial dating or interracial coupling as hate when the hate that has been expressed against us has not been verbal? Do you believe that the only hate expressed by the caves has been them saying, hey, we don't want our people fucking with black people. We don't want our people mating with black people. If that was the beginning or ending of all cave hate towards black people, there wouldn't even be a fucking issue out here. No, they took their hate to a whole nother level. We're not talking about ideologies here. We're not talking about ideology. Who has been the most hateful? If we're talking about hate. Who took their rhetoric to another level? See? Look at Cedric. Say these problems don't exist anymore, though. Y'all think he the only black person to think like that? That boy said these problems, now I imagine these problems would have to be institutional racism or racism. And he said they don't even exist no more. That's what he said. That boy said these problems don't exist no more. How many black folk y'all done heard say that? Is he the only one? This is the ideology that most black people have. It just is what it is. Now, we got my pride over here. Y'all to come fuck with me. It's about, I'll say it's a few of us out here. Y'all fuck with me. I appreciate y'all. But when we talking about how most black people think, this is how most black people think. This is why, if you're talking about black history, if you're talking about black pride, and particularly if you're being militant about it, black people will tell you this shit ain't even happening no more. Racism is dead. Racism is gone. It ain't real no more. What y'all niggas talking about? This is why I said one of the hardest things you have to do is convince black people. It's one of the most disheartening things about doing this is you have to convince black people that it's a problem. Because black people have to be spit on and called a nigger to acknowledge racism. And even at those times, those are just isolated events. Those are just a few bad apples. They don't even acknowledge institutional racism. They don't give a fuck. Cedric, a black man, he don't give a fuck that he has more of a chance to be killed by a cop than anybody else in this world. More of a chance to be falsely imprisoned than anybody else in the world. More harshly sentenced within this justice system than anybody in the world. More likely that his mama will die in the hospital at the hands of these caves, giving birth to him. He don't care about that. That don't mean shit to him. The redlining, denying business loans. Every black lynching across this country being ruled a suicide. They could find Cedric lynched tomorrow. They would rule it a suicide. And Cedric said, this shit is over. This shit is dead. Ain't nothing happening out here. There is absolutely nothing wrong with what's going on out here. Talk your shit. I feel like you trolling me at this point. I'm dealing with Mike Tyson. You see the title of the video, right? Somebody put the title of the video in there. Y'all see the title of the video? Black men loving the caves. Is that not the title of the video? How can you tell me to ignore a black man that is cave loving and it's the title of the damn video? Like, come on, bruh. It's the title. Like, that's what we talking about. He is on the same side as Mike Tyson and Freddie Gibbs. Most of these black men out here on the same side as Mike Tyson, Freddie Gibbs, and Cedric. But you want me to ignore him? Like, this is the mentality I'm here to address. Like, come on now. Thank you. Terrence Watson, Mike Tyson, Freddie Gibbs, the black man's love for the cave. Here we have a black man in the comments loving the caves, saying racism is dead, which is what black folk do for the caves, and you saying ignore him. Like, what? Come again? You call him a troll. He is the black mentality. Like, oh man, that's what this entire stream is about. If you are B123, you're going to have opposition from black people. If you're talking about caves, and particularly the cave hoe, their biggest defender will be black men. It just is what it is. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making it up. This is real life shit. Black men have led our people into cave loving. That's what we did. It's what we've done. Cave loving. That's what we've led our people thus far. Because we always give the benefit of the doubt to the caves. Cedric, I didn't call you a troll. I didn't call you a troll. I called you a coon. I didn't call you a troll. Because here's why you a coon, if you want to know. The cave hoe is under no duress. She's not stressed out. She's not being threatened. All I'm saying is black men need to stop fucking these hoes, and you feel the need to come and defend the honor of not only her, but the system her people set up. They're not even under duress right now. I'm not murdering a cave bitch right here on my live stream. I'm not killing one. This is why you're a coon. You came out of the woodworks to defend white honor, to defend cave honor, to defend cave value, to defend cave actions, to say that racism is dead. Institutional racism don't exist. And this is, again, this is just me giving commentary. You felt the need to come cape for them. That's what makes you a coon. He's not trolling, y'all. Stop saying he's trolling. He's cooning. I don't trolling. No. If he'd have said, you know, some wild shit, maybe trolling, but this is cooning. This is what we're suffering from. This is what black people do. The cave hoe is not even under duress right now. And he feels the need to come cape for her. Now you have to ask yourself a question. If I was on here going in on black women, would he be caping for black women? That's what you got to ask yourself. That's a situation you got to put yourself in. Does Cedric run around YouTube as black men are going in on black women? Does he stand up for, defend black women? That's what you got to ask yourself. I would argue no, he may come in and say he does. Mike Tyson don't run around defending black women. Freddie Gibbs don't run around defending black women. No, they want to defend the caves. This is where black men that left the post of the defense of black women, and they now running around trying to defend cave hoes who aren't even under duress. If you want to defend the cave hoe from somebody, defend her from her daddy. He the one that's serial killing this bitch. He the one liable to go shoot the motherfucking school up where this bitch is just trying to learn mathematics. They should be defending the cave hoe from her daddy, from her brother, from her uncles. Instead, they are defending the cave hoe against me. Huh? Huh? I'm the threat. Because I say that you don't need to be laying in the motherfucking caves. And if you are laying in the caves, you need to shut your goddamn mouth. Right? Didn't talk about murder. Didn't talk about rape. But the cave hoe needs to be defended. Why? Why is that? What is it about black people that makes us do that? It's that coon. It's that coon. That is within most of us that we're allowing to shine. Cedric doesn't see anything wrong with him disagreeing with my talking points. And if you hear anything I've said, anything that I've said at all, is that black men need to stop worshiping these cave hoes, stop defending cave hoes. And Cedric said he disagreed with that. But the caveat is, most black people think just like Cedric. Why do y'all think that the shit that goes on a lot of times with us is because we think like this? Because we feel the need to not only worship, but love and trust the caves. That's what's happening out here. This is why I get on these videos and talk like I talk, because I experience Cedric's every day. Every day. Y'all think I'm making these numbers up? 99%. Cedric said he never been with a white woman, so he is with a black woman. She probably defends the caves too. And if he got kids, or at some point, if he got kids or is planning on having kids, he's gonna teach them to worship the caves too. And it's gonna be the same thing that we all been dealing with. Mike Tyson and Freddie Gibbs aren't anomalies. Cedric says we shouldn't be worshiping any woman, so we actually agree to a certain extent. But you worshiping the cave hoe, though. You must worship her. You got to. That bitch ain't even under duress right now, and here you in here caping for her and her people. The question is why? Why did you feel the need? This is the question you got to ask yourself, Cedric. You have to ask yourself why you felt the need. Why did you see a damsel in distress and decide to come cape for her when she's not under distress? What in you made you do that? I know what it is, but I'm asking you. He said, but I don't, LOL. I just told you I don't agree with your stance on interracial dating. What is my stance on interracial dating, Cedric? Let me ask you that question. What's my stance? What's my stance on interracial dating? I'll let you tell me what you think it is, and I'll tell you what it actually is. What's my stance on interracial dating, Brother Cedric? Since you know. What's my stance? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'd love to hear what my stance is. Because I know what I said. What is my stance on interracial dating? Come on, Cedric. Don't get quiet on me now. Tell me what my stance is. Okay. Cedric done got quiet on me. Okay. Okay. No? Okay. Cedric ain't show. So let me tell everybody my stance. Since he disagreed with my stance. So let's do my stance then real quick. Can we? My stance on interracial dating is that I really don't give a fuck. What I disagree with is the worshiping, the verbal, blatant, outright worship of the caves. That's what I disagree with. I don't care who y'all fucking. Y'all ain't never got on here to me tell. I don't care nothing about all that. What I know is the mentality of a person that is laying in the caves. I know what their mentality is. It's been consistent. It's been consistent. So that mentality is what I'm against. You don't see how you're worshiping them by saying, well, there's nothing wrong with dating them. But then you went from that to racism ain't even a problem no more. See, anybody that I've ever witnessed that is for interracial dating, if you keep talking to them, that coon gonna come out full blown. It happens every time. It doesn't matter if it's a black man laying in the caves or a black woman laying in the caves. Start talking to them. It doesn't just stop with, well, I think that everybody should be able to do what everybody want to do. No, that ain't where it stops. That mentality that goes with a person who does lay in the caves, by the time you put a microphone in their face or ask them some questions, that's what I'm against. That part of it all is anti-black. I'm against everything anti-black. I know the mentality. There isn't a person just going to disagree like, well, I don't agree with what you're saying about interracial dating. No, there's more. There's always more. Well, racism, that don't happen no more. What you talking about, Rob? That's going to come next. Then they're going to start talking about all the good white folk they done met in their life. That good white friend that they got. It all goes together. And because I know that mentality runs on a stream, it's not just a thought, it's a stream of thoughts. That stream of thoughts is what I'm against. It's what makes me be against what Mike Tyson's saying. It's what makes me be against what Freddie Gibbs is saying. I'm sitting here watching these motherfuckers uplift cave hoes as black men. Anybody who will do that, uplift any caves, I know that there is a stream of thoughts that they have. They're going to defend the caves. They're going to exonerate the caves. They're going to forgive the caves. They're going to trust the caves. And they're going to look at you and ask you, why the fuck don't you? What you so mad about? Cedric must have left. He got the fuck up out of here. He got up out of here, apparently. He ain't saying nothing now. But this is what we're dealing with. Black people, understand. Mike Tyson ain't trolling. Freddie Gibbs ain't trolling. Cedric wasn't trolling. This makes up the majority of our people. We worship the motherfucking caves. Black men worship these motherfucking caves. Full blown, full out worship the caves. Because they always want to be able to fuck a white cave hoe. No, Cedric said he's still in the house. He's not going to answer none of my questions, though, but he's still in the motherfucking building. Maybe he getting his lesson. Maybe he getting his lesson. Maybe he'll start looking at his stream of thoughts now. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But understand, anybody who says, well, I disagree with your stance on interracial dating, they're also going to disagree on my stance about institutional racism. They're going to disagree with all of it. Because the very people that are responsible for perpetuating this, they don't see nothing wrong with laying with them. Seek what ye says Google John Brown. Do you think I don't know about John Brown? Do you believe I don't know about John Brown? Why don't you tell me? I want you to think about this for a second, since you telling me to go look up some cave. I know about John Brown. I know what he did for black folk. Tell me why of the billions of caves, you can name me one. Tell me about that. Let's have a conversation about that. What seek ye? Let's have a conversation about that. Out of the billions of caves out here in the whole fucking world, billions of caves that has existed since John Brown, why can you only name me that one? Shouldn't that be a problem for you? He says, Google John Brown, abolitionists, and tell us that all of them are the enemy. Does it make you a sellout to defend some of them? Again, y'all, this is the mentality of most black people. 99% of black people think like this. This motherfucker can name me one. And I'm surprised he didn't pull out Jane Elliott. But he named me one cave of the billions of caves. And he says, well, based on John Brown, I must defend the rest of the caves. Hey, wow. Isn't that interesting? Now, y'all telling me he trolling too? That a troll? That motherfucker named John Brown. You'll see niggas pull John Brown out of their fucking ethos. Say, see, look, here was one. Sometime they'll throw Jane Elliott out here. Look, see, here go one. And they'll use these ones to defend the caves. You can't say all of them are bad based on this one. That's what we do. That's not no troll shit. That's coon shit. You see? Watch this. What seek ye says, I'll tell you that almost 40% of white Americans who were supporting us last year after George Floyd's death until the riot started. Y'all see that? He not trolling. That boy ain't trolling. He said 40% of the caves was supporting them until the riot started. So basically 40% was supporting us. Then we started wilding and we lost their support. That's basically what he's trying to say. 40% of white people in this country. What's the amount of 40% of white folk? What say ye? You smart, right? What is 40% of the white population in America? Give me a number. And I'm going to show you how you on some bullshit. Give me a number of 40% of all white people in the country. This is easy math. Find out what the population size of the caves is in America. And you take 40% of that. Give me a number. I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you. Hey, Pyro, don't say nothing yet. Hold on. We're going to give him a chance. Hold on. We're going to give him a chance. What's 40% of the population, of cave population in America? Give me a number. Give me a number. Somebody give me a number. Even if you're not him, give me a number. Not going to give me a number, huh? Okay. So you making all these other comments, but you're not going to give me a number. Cool. You're not going to give me that number, right? Okay. Clutch, I appreciate you. Clutch, give me that number real quick. Let me show y'all something. Talk your shit said, told you they trolling. No, they're not. Talk your shit. I'm going to block you for trolling. Because at this point, I feel like you trolling me, yo. You got one more fucking time. You got one more time to tell me that everything I make my videos about is dealing with trolls. No, this is the black mentality. Stop fucking saying that shit to me. Stop it. I'm not going to fucking listen to you say it no more. They not trolling. They serious. I've been dealing with this shit for years, and you gonna tell me, oh, well, Rob, all this shit fake shit, man. All black people, they on this militant pro-black shit. No, the fuck they not. No, they not. And stop saying that fucking shit. They trolling. You trolling. Because you're not dealing with the mentality that I'm talking about here. This is real. You want to let coons off by saying, oh, they just playing. They just trying to get some attention. No, this is the black mentality. And if you be 1, 2, 3, you're supposed to know that. Social Vision says 100 million. Now, 40% of white people makes up 100 million. When the fuck did you see 100 million white folk? Do you know what the fuck type of damage 100 million white folk would cause in this country if them bitches was mad for real? Clutch, 510 million is wrong. Clutch, what you did was that you took their population and you added 40% to it. That's how you got 510 million. You got to subtract. You take 40% of the population, or you can just put it in your take the population size, multiply it by 0.40. And whatever that number is, that's how many. It's not 510 million. But either way, do you know what type damage 40% of white folk can be in this society if they were actually fighting for black people? If they were fighting for the rights of black folk, do y'all know what type damage that would be? That boy said 40% was supporting us. Have you seen when white folk care about shit, they rush capitals, bruh? They storm capitals with a lot less numbers than 100 million. Have you seen how they act if their favorite sports team lose a game? They'll turn the goddamn whole city up. That's with way less than 100 million. If there was 100 million caves on our side, racism wouldn't fucking exist. Fuck you mean? Huh? What you over there making up? These motherfuckers aren't anti-racism. They'll come out and hold a fucking sign with you. They'll hold a sign and say, I can't breathe with your ass. And they go right back in the house, just like you do. You telling me 100 million caves is supporting black people? Man, boy, the shit y'all make up for these motherfuckers is astronomical. It's amazing. You name John Brown, you go and say 40% was supporting black folk. That's 100 million caves. And I'm telling you, 100 million caves get busy. Less than 100 million caves get fucking busy. They are the architects of destruction and mayhem. Look at their history. When they mad, you know they mad. When they mad, they start organizations, don't they? Where the fuck you think the climate control or the climate change organizations is all over here? Where do you think PETA came from? That's less than 100 million. When they mad, they create organizations, they protest. And guess what? You don't have to be there. If white folk gave a fuck about you, they'd be out there whether you were there or not. The only time they show up is if you out there. That ain't how white folk work. That's not how the caves work. They start organizations for shit they care about. These bitches decide to care about trees. They're going to start a goddamn organization for trees. An organization for animals. 40% of caves is supporting us. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you lying? You're ignoring cave history if you're saying this shit. Look at the goddamn Boston Tea Party. Them bitches got mad over tax on tea. What the fuck? I'm not going to pay an extra 3 cents. The hell you mean? I'm going to come tear this whole city up. Look at the destruction and mayhem that comes at their hands when it's less than 100 million. You think it was 100 million white folk that ran down on Black Wall Street? No, it wasn't 100 million of them. Whenever them motherfuckers get together and they mad about something, it don't take 100 million of them. They tearing shit up. And then it turns you into the face of the rioter and looter. You let them do that to you. But if there is that type of cave support, man, please. Man, please. These racists would be fucking scared if 100 million caves were supporting black movements. They'd be fucking terrified. Huh? What Seek Ye says, what was your answer to my question about black nationalism not being an answer to white nationalism? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. I mean, what would I have that's a matter of you believe this. I would argue based on your profile picture, you're a Christian too, so it makes sense that you believe that. What about what I'm saying is wrong? That's my question for you. I never said anything about black nationalism. I said, niggas, stop cooning. Stop worshiping the caves. That's all I said. White nationalism leads to lynching, murders, experiments, rape. We're not, the comparison of black nationalism and white nationalism is wrong on its face. Look at what white nationalism has done. Look at the acts it's able to, the things that it's been doing historically. You can't compare black nationalism to white nationalism. You can't even compare that. It's a false equivalency. I'm not telling black folk to go out here and lynch no white folk. No, I said stop worshiping them. So what the fuck are you talking about as far as black nationalism? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? You think white nationalism was just words? Hey, y'all white folk, man, we're not going to mate with them niggas. We're going to stick together. If that's where white nationalism ended, then racism wouldn't be an issue. But white nationalism doesn't end there. And you should know that. You should know that. No, now what you're saying is, what you're saying is wrong because I never said I was a black nationalist. I said I'm B123. Never said I was a black nationalist. Not once. You're saying that about me. And what you're wanting me to do is defend a point or defend an ideology that I never even say anything about. But what I do know is black nationalism is not white nationalism. White nationalism will put a judge in a position to lock your fucking kids up as they're getting paid for it. That's what white nationalism will do. It'll lock you up. It'll frame you. It'll put drugs in your car. That's what white nationalism does. COINTELPRO. That's white nationalism. Black nationalism, the way I've ever heard it spoken, was about separation at best. Never murder, never lynching, never using the justice system to falsely imprison the caves. Never anything like that. So what are you talking about? Hold on, my bad. What are you talking about? What is black nationalism to you? Was the Black Panther Party, was that an example of black nationalism? I just want to let me make sure I'm understanding you. Was the Black Panther Party an example of black nationalism? That's a question I'm asking you. Was the Black Panther Party an example of black nationalism? Yes or no? What seek ye? I called you a coon, not a slave. What are you talking about? I'll ask you again. Was the Black Panther Party an example of black nationalism? You're not answering the question. Okay. The Black Panther, you said yes to the Black Panther Party being an example of black nationalism. What harm did they do against white people, against the caves at all? Name the harm, the harm that the Black Panther Party did against the caves of any kind. Name the harm. Name the police force that the Black Panthers infiltrated and imprisoned the caves at a rate higher than anybody else in the nation. Name the Black Panther Party that infiltrated the justice system and was the judge, the sitting judge that was giving out harsh mandatory minimums. Name the governors. What are you talking about? What are you saying? How is me saying black people stop cooning, love yourself, love each other, teach your children to do the same, do not be cowards in the face of these motherfucking racist ass cave terrorists, and never be afraid to tell the truth? How is that the same as white nationalism? Again, y'all, this is a black man. Telling me I'm a black nationalist. When I said I was B123, I say black people stop cooning. Stop being scared to tell the truth. Learn the truth first, then stop being scared to tell it in front of these caves. Teach your kids to do the same. How is that a negative offspin of black nationalism? Since that's what you're claiming that I am. Now I wish I would have set up StreamYard. I just explained B123. Just. Black first, second, and third. We don't coon. We not sheep over here. We do not uplift the caves in any type of way. We speak on the reality of the caves and the reality of the mentality of our people. That coon that we have within us, we are out here trying to kill the one in us and help other black people kill the one in them. That's what we doing here. We don't cave worship. We don't evoke the name of John Brown when we're talking about cave. We don't do shit like that over here. I knew he wasn't B123 anyway. I knew that based on his picture. He's a Christian first. He's a Christian first. Oh, I knew that. He gonna say, yes, Christian first for all humans, love only. I knew that. I've been studying us for too long. I knew that. You didn't have to tell me that. That was me telling you. I knew that. I already knew that. It's not because I'm a fucking psychic. I know the mentality that we have. That boy put cave Jesus over everything, and thus he's going to defend the caves as his Lord and Savior. It is what it is. Telling me I'm wrong, and I ain't did shit, ain't murdered not one person. I ain't said nothing about killing white cave kids. I ain't said no shit like that. My message is to the black man, woman, and child. Stop cooning. Okay, Ryan said he said Jesus was black. Okay, black Jesus then, fine. Black Jesus is a goddamn coon because that motherfucker teaching you to love your damn enemies. How about that? Even your black Jesus is a motherfucking coon. He told you to love your enemies. Fuck you mean? You ask me? You want to check with me? If it ain't cave Jesus, it's coon Jesus then. It don't matter to me. I don't care. Love your enemies. Defend your enemies like you just did in this comment section. John Brown and then 40% of white folk was supporting us after George Floyd. It took George Floyd to get the support, to get them to recognize that racism is happening out here. And they only were supporting, even the ones that, even though I know that number's inflated as fuck, they were only supporting a black man being murdered by the police. What about all this other shit? Our existence is more than just police brutality. That's what the illusion that BLM sells us. That's why they know where to be found when we're talking about other issues out here, other than police brutality. Our entire existence, our entire struggle is looked at as police brutality. And it stops right there. Huh? This is what we're dealing with out here. Now, we understand many of these type of people who think like this aren't going to frequent my channel. But understand as you get once you look out here in black society, this is what's happening. This is reality. This is reality. This ain't no one-off. Many black people put their religion before blackness. It is what it is. They'll make their Jesus black, but they don't say that motherfucker was a coon. Coon Jesus. Love your enemy, no matter what. Coon Jesus. But something wrong with what I'm doing. Telling black folk to find their damn pride and kill that coon within them. Take your pride and choke the coon out within you. That ain't about hurting nobody. Stop letting this media be able to lie to you so easily. Stop letting these politicians be able to lie to you so easily. Ryan, don't waste your time telling that man to do no research. That man only read his Bible. Like the rest of them. Right, Mike. Exactly, Mike. Mike Lawrence says it's not even about liking or not liking them. That's irrelevant and surface level as hell. This ain't got nothing to do with like, hate. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It has everything to do with we don't love ourselves. We love the caves more than we love ourselves. It ain't got nothing to do with hating them. They doing what the fuck they supposed to do for their survival. We're not. We falling in behind them. Self-hating as hell. Only show up in February. Lucky B, right. All of y'all that don't answer questions, I know y'all was terrible at discussing questions in school. They didn't want to answer no questions. No. They're not going to answer no questions. They're going to make their accusations and love the caves and leave. That's it. I told y'all 99% of black folk act like this. Most black people ain't going to be over here on this channel. Because my challenge to us to kill the inner coon within us and stop worshiping these fucking caves is too much for us. We don't want to hear that. That's racist. That's nationalist. It's wrong. We supposed to be loving everybody. We skip over loving ourselves. We go straight to loving everybody else. And we don't never love our damn selves. How's that right? How's that righteous? Fuck loving you. Love everybody else. How the fuck is that righteous? That's what your God and Jesus taught you? This is the bullshit I be talking about. This is why Mike Tyson's a motherfucking coon. Freddie Gibbs is a motherfucking coon. Out here defending the caves. Defending them from what? We not out here doing shit to them. Uplifting cave hoes over black women. Uplifting cave hoes, period. All right, y'all. Okay. I didn't block What Say Ye. I didn't block Cedric. Understand, I didn't block them. They two coons that need a healing. About like my Twitter name, I baptize coons. These motherfuckers need to be baptized in B123. They need to be dipped in that motherfucking water and come up B123. They ain't there yet. Most of our people ain't there yet. And this is why I have these conversations, because it's not just the black men. It's not just the black women. It's all of us. And we are parents, which makes it even more problematic because we're parents. What can we teach our kids? I'm telling y'all that most black people think just like this. You can say a little something about white folk, maybe, but they gonna come in and defend them. That's what they gonna do. That's the problem that we have. That's the lessons we didn't get when we were children. We don't do that shit here. We B123 over here. And we don't do that. And it may be hard for a lot of black people to understand. But it's because we sit around worshiping the caves and we see nothing wrong with it. Mike Tyson didn't see anything wrong with what he was saying about Umar. Freddie Gibbs didn't see nothing wrong with what he was saying. Making this about hate for the motherfucking caves. This ain't got shit to do with hate. This has everything to do with love for black people. Love for ourselves. These motherfuckers want to come talk about love and all this love and love and love, but skip over loving your damn self. How? How? Okay. I gotta get the fuck off here, y'all. I gotta get the fuck off here. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Y'all share this motherfucking video, because again, the video was called Mike Tyson, Freddie Gibbs, and the black man's love of the caves. And it was shown right here in the comment section. This is what's happening. Now, most of y'all ain't going to do that. And I appreciate y'all for understanding what I'm doing here. Understanding the gap I'm trying to bridge between the black man and woman is that we all on some coon shit and we need to stop. It's not easy work, but goddamn it, I'm going to keep trying to do it. But I'm telling y'all that these are not trolls. When you see people that talk like this, this not them trolling. They're not trying to troll. This is what they believe. This is what black people believe. Do you believe if black people had a B123 mindset, these motherfucking caves would be walking around here arrogant as they are? A lot of these games they play on us wouldn't even work. But most of us are self-hating ass coons and hate to hear a message where you identify the coon within yourself and deal with the coon within yourself. We don't want to hear that shit. That's what makes my message so hard to stomach. Motherfuckers just think I'm being negative. That's not what this is. We need to stop cooning and love ourselves first, second, and third. That's all it is. And I'm here to help. I'm here to show you how to do it. Y'all be having these relationship coaches. God damn it, I'm a black pride coach. Motherfuckers. I'm a goddamn black pride coach. I'll be a black love coach. God damn it, this is what we need to be doing out here. And I don't give a damn who around. Caves or not, we need to hold our heads high and understand what we're dealing with out here. We have to, all right? I'm about to get off here. I love y'all. Mad love to my pride. Mad love to the people who support. Y'all subscribe to my Patreon. Subscribe to or follow me on social media. Subscribe to my video channel. I wanted to come in here and deal with this. This is just simply what we saw here was a microcosm of what the black mentality is. This is how black folk think. We worship the caves to our detriment. We're defending the caves even when they're not even in duress. We still defending them. If somebody telling the truth about the caves, we feel like they need to be defended from the truth. Look what they made us. Look what they turned us into. They're motherfucking guard dogs. And we have to fix that mentality. We have to look at what makes us want to do that. We'll defend them before we defend our goddamn self. And we got to deal with that shit, all right? Mad love to y'all. Shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. I'm out.